Somebody come get Dennis. Don't they have any friends anywhere that can come get him? Okay, for anybody who's not up to speed to what I'm talking about, I'm referring to Dennis Rodman's latest trip to North Korea, where he says that he is at least partially responsible for the release of Otto Warmbier. Here goes a clip about Otto Warmbier. I want you to take a look at this because I want you to tell me why it would not be a good idea to try to claim responsibility for the release of this man, and then we'll talk about it.
The American student on his way home right now after being released from captivity by the North Koreans. Otto Warmbier sentenced last spring to 15 years hard labor for crimes against North Korea. His offense in this surveillance video, tearing down a poster to take home as a souvenir. His parents have been begging for his return, and since then learning just last week that their son had been in a coma for more than a year.
Does anybody out there understand why I'm saying trying to claim responsibility for the release of Otto Warmbier may not be a good idea? Oh, okay, you get it. You figured it out. Because Otto Warmbier was in a coma. Now, there's a lot of ways to fall into a coma. Most people who fall into comas don't just spontaneously fall into them. They fall into them because their oxygen supply was cut off or some other traumatic situation. Okay, so Dennis Rodman has no explanation for why Otto Warmbier was in a coma and is now deceased, but he wants to claim responsibility. Him and his friend, what's this guy? This partner of his, Chris Volo, Rodman's agent, sat alongside his client during the interview with Michael Strahan today. In detail, what he said, what their involvement was with the Warmbier case or release. Now, Volo says, I asked on behalf of Dennis for Warmbier's release 3 times, referring to the release as a type of good faith. So you asked the North Koreans, could they release Otto? Do you realize that Otto was in a coma for over a year? There's no way you could have known that, right? Okay, you couldn't have known that. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Stay your ass in the U.S. or just don't go to North Korea. I'm serious, man. It looks like you're being opportunistic on this young man's death. And it looks like Dennis Rodman is using, I don't know what he's using. Is he sober? I hope he's sober. Look, I don't wish bad on Dennis Rodman. He's had a tough road, okay? But this is beyond, like, all reasonableness, right? Totally beyond it. This young man is dead. He has friends, family, people that care about him. He's in prison for 18 months, hard labor. He comes home, he's effectively brain dead, he passes away. Now we got Dennis Rodman on Good Morning America, somehow claiming responsibility, him and this guy sitting there, him and his agent, and it just looks horrible. What's going to end up happening is Dennis Rodman's going to get his ass kicked out of the NBA Hall of Fame. Dennis Rodman, I don't know how much money you got left from your NBA years, but you're about to use all of it up trying to keep some fame or whatever this is you're trying to keep going. Because I remember a couple years ago when you said you'd never go back to North Korea, that you were done with North Korea. You said, I'm done. Because you got such a backlash. Now you're getting more backlash. Dennis Rodman, if that's your agent is supposed to be your friend, agent person, the agent for Dennis Rodman. Sir, talk to your man and tell him this is a bad idea. Won't you just go open up a mini camp, help other kids play basketball, do something like that. Do something this stateside. Because what you're doing right here, right now, this is not good for Dennis Rodman. It's not good for anybody related to Dennis Rodman. I'm sure he got cousins, nephews. He might even have kids. Does Dennis Rodman have kids? I don't know. Dennis Rodman's not a good look. Dennis, you are a menace, not only to America, not only to North Korea, but to yourself, Dennis. And I just want to know, Dennis, I want to know this. I want to know. What in the hell you got in common with Kim Jong-un? Like, I got friends. We have things in common. We talk about things. We have shared experiences. What could you possibly have in common with Kim Jong-un, a dictator of a country that we don't even have ties with? What could you, they don't even watch TV. What could you possibly talk about? What? You don't talk about The Walking Dead. You don't talk about the NBA Finals. What do you talk about? You don't go fishing. What do you possibly have in common with Kim Jong-un? There's nothing. There's nothing. You look like an opportunist, Dennis, and a nutcase. And I don't mean disrespect to anybody with a mental issue, but Dennis Rodman, you seem like you are about 4 bottles short of a 6-pack. This is horrible PR. I want to know your agent, like, do you work for Dennis, or do you, what is this? You're not doing your Jerry Maguire shit right here with this. This is horrible. Y'all mofos need to lay off North Korea. What's going to end up happening is Dennis ain't gonna have nothing left. He gonna end up selling his NBA Finals rings. He gonna end up selling his championship rings, everything. He gonna be broke, messing around with North Korea. It's horrible, Dennis. It's not worth the publicity that you get. You're not helping. Helping and crying now. And I'm just trying to help. All that is making you look more unstable. This is not good, Mr. Rodman. If I was your friend, I would tell you, brother. But I'm telling you now, Tim Black's telling you, Dennis Rodman, stay your ass home. And anybody who's a friend of Dennis Rodman, anybody related to Dennis Rodman, anybody who slept with Dennis Rodman in the last decade, I need you to call up Dennis Rodman, or better yet, I need you to come get Dennis.